So I'm sure some of you saw this come a little silent, the claymation series, The Dancing Colors of Fire. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about why I made the Dancing Colors of Fire stop motion claymation animated films, and a little bit about the 4th of July for this year, if that's even the intention now, since it's about 2 days later from now. So, The Dancing Colors of Fire were a series of 5 short stop motion films I made throughout the month of June of 2022, and they're from the very beginning. I had a feeling that they were going to be based on Independence Day for 4th of July on 2022. So of course July 4th, 2022 was the idea. It's like, oh, you can upload these like weeks before. Now this technically wasn't the scheme, but like you could upload these the weeks before 4th of July, and then have the whole montage on 4th of July with extra piano OST. That was a little bit far fetched, but you get the idea. I was gonna do that and exactly that, and I obviously didn't do that anyway. So I re-uploaded the whole montage weeks before 4th of July. So on time, if that's called on time, but. So, Dancing Colors of Fire, you got these 5 claymation props resembling different colors of fire, or colors resembling fire, and they are actually just clay world style figures, and they actually don't have anything else going for them other than they don't talk, they don't well, not in the illusion of that, they don't say anything, they just dance, or so-called dancing, especially towards the end, is like what do you even call that dancing? Oh my gosh, Magma's mysteriousness, like that was insane. But yeah, just the 5 of them dance in their own clips. Some of them are longer, some of them are shorter. They have there is a bit of symbolism. I will say there is some deep symbolism, but I can get to that later. Like actually right now, I think the symbolism was maybe based on creativity. It was based on some kind of tribalistic form of creativity. It was like, this isn't really dancing, but it's also me trying to make sure that I'm flexing my creative muscles personally anyways, in my own life anyways. But if there was a deeper theme in the dancing, it was that dancing doesn't have to just be dancing. It could literally be what you think is dancing, and that could be the deeper theme, some symbolism of it, is that not all of them were literally dancing. Streaks of Lightning was just kicking his feet in the air and his arms in the air until he formed a loop with his arms and legs and made a TV like a strobe that the camera just through. It was actually kind of like, whoa, what happened there? It was like, but Flinching Flint, he fell apart, turned into steam. He jumped on top of the camera, fell under it. He did a bunch of starfish jumping. Blue brought the blue fire of flames guy. He barely did anything. He just turned into a helicopter and flew up. He hardly did anything. And then we had the red one, which was like, he was just standing still for like a long time, and then suddenly moved like for a bunch of frames at a time, and then stood still over and over again. He did this over and over and over again. And then we had Mysterious Magma like doing this epileptic. I'm sorry for that, by the way. That was kind of too faux sensitive, but like he had this epileptic scene in this clip where it's like he was in the middle of the dark, and I was literally holding him to animate him and taking a bunch of frames. So I did this for several of the pups already before that, and that's Colors of Fire, but not all of them. But it was like for Mysterious Movie Magma, he was animated with while being held in my hand, and I had him turn and do all this weird stuff and do the and it's just, that was kind of fun. But the theme, the idea behind the title "Dancing Colors of Fire" is that it is again tribalistic. It's like what you would think of like for like the caveman times, but for 4th of July. What kind of creativity is that? Oh my gosh! Well, it's just and they are again based on Clay World, so they're actually like they're out of the whole pile of clays I already like malformed and fixed up so I could make other props anyways. I did that when a few months ago, a couple months ago, 1 or 2 months ago. I did the clay remodeling, and I took out apart as many props as I could. Not all of them. There's some more back that I can look at later to show you guys. But this was the 5 colors I used. Not all the colors I used, I guess, or not all the colors of those colors, if you know what I mean. But yeah, this was a nice 4th of July project. I didn't think I'd ever make a 4th of July special, but there you go. It's just like just giving me something to do. Some people might be worried that I made these films because I felt like I wasn't going to do claymation anymore. To an extent, maybe you're on point with that. But here's the thing. claymation was always a weird struggle with me. Like I pressured it before to solve my life problems, and I also made it something where I was like, oh, it's not a passion, but it's a talent, and that could be a little bit short selling because some people who've seen me make claymation before, they could swear I was passionate for it, and it was like I see where they're coming from. So it's just, but there is not there's nothing about claymation that I don't like. I do enjoy making claymation, but sometimes with like the Dancing Colors of Fire, there was a way to kind of maybe validate a little too much that I was still an animator, and make them while I could, so that even if it was a lower quality project, it was still something that I actually could present myself with, and that's what I was so proud of. And I was so proud of making the Dancing Colors of Fire, and it wasn't like I had to make. It wasn't like I had to make the piano OST for the claymations of the piano Dancing Colors of Fire. It was just that was still an idea, but it didn't have to come like through like that. And that was on the point. It was like it was to have something presentable to work with and still be proud of, and know that even the little victories could still count. That's probably even another thing with this tribalistic 4th of July special kind of claymations project, is that that's what it came about to. So one more thing I'll say about the Dancing Colors of Fire, DCOF, the TDCOF or DCOF. Acronym, whatever you want. You want to do that on Twitter or whatever as a hashtag. But is that not all these colors are closely resembling fire. Like flint, the white flint is not actually what flint looks like. It's just the idea of flint making these sound effects. And then blue fire or flames is like what you would see in the Avatar: Last Airbender, where the one of the Fire Nation characters had blue fire. Lightning, of course, thunderbolts or whatever. Magma being like from Hercules' magma, like the lava character from near the end of the movie of Disney's Hercules, and then the fire one, the red fire, I think it was red embers, is like another way of saying fire, like they'll say the Ember Move from Pokemon. Had to explain that last second. One more thing I'll say about Dancing Colors of Fire. Clay World ended on 2014, I think, so that was 7 years before the first Clay World theme. I'm not gonna edit this, by the way. I'm not gonna edit the slideshow to say this, but like the first Clay World themed claymation I made, which was a turntable one, and that was Robert Benford actually commented on that one. I never pinned his comment, but I never had to, so because I was still a small creator. But like Robert Benford commented on my Clay World claymation, and it was like that was in 2021 or 2020, and that was a really nice like moment. I actually. Like making a tribute like that and then getting it noticed by Robert himself is like that's an honor, man. I really mean that. But this is technically my Clay World tribute number 2. But if it had to be anything other than that, it is indeed an original series, and it's a very simple original series. I make it sound like it's bigger than it is, but these are the messages I want to give you guys for now, and I hope this gets monetized because it's not. But yeah, I just. Take care, guys. That was the Dancing Colors of Fire, a documentary. Obviously, not a deep doc, but a documentary. But a documentary about the Dancing Colors of Fire. So I hope you enjoyed this explanation clip about something I didn't talk about before about those. If you like this video, check out my other claymations. There's about at least a couple dozen or more claymations original I made or other tributes. We could talk about next time. We could talk about claymation music videos or claymation anime and manga or cartoon or video game based video game covers or anime covers on claymation music tributes. Well, that could be an interesting one if I make that tonight or tomorrow or some time later, or eventually. Gotta be holding myself accountable for that. I gotta use more specific wording. If I link Psych Hacks' channel again and say, and this is Psych Hacks, no, I'm not gonna do that. Not just I'm not gonna copycat him. But you know what I'm talking about. The Orion guy I linked from the last video. His videos really helped me think a little better. There's actually there's a slideshow I just made. There's a slideshow video I just made. I could upload that too if I make this on this channel. If you see the slideshow video that I made for like positive motivation. It will be either or on Diggs, but other than that, you either see that coming later or another video about claymation music. So, yeah, take care, guys. Await the positive motivation video on either Diggs or here, and the next claymation music video on here. Not about claymation music video, but about claymation music for covers or for original music. So yeah. How are you guys doing, by the way? Comment down below, like, share, subscribe, and remember hashtag TDCOF. Remember it. I'm popular now.